Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my weekly Virginia Wrestling newsletter. Sorry to everybody, it's been a while. You can see I just got done with practice. We've been in full bore mode from our mini camp heading into the Southern Scuffle and then to our two-a-day training regimen heading into the next half of the season, which is dual meets, one after another. So we're going into another mountain to climb, and I'll get into that in a second. I did want to address the Southern Scuffle performance just very bluntly and truthfully and simply, in that it was unacceptable. We didn't do what we went there to do, and it wasn't a good situation in terms of our performance, and that's on me, and it's not okay. So everybody can have my full assurance that I'm doing everything I can to make sure that we improve, and that we improve our performance, and that we're getting better every single day. And it's not easy. I'm dealing with a lot of guys and trying to do my best to help each kid max out on the gifts and talents he's been blessed with and max out on his potential. And so we're doing that, and we're trying to do that, and we're going to keep pressing forward. We've got there's really no sense looking back. That's why I said simply and shortly, because there's nothing else to say other than it's not okay what happened there. We had George DiCamillo took third. He had some great wins, but he also let one get away from him in the semis, we feel like, and certainly don't mean any disrespect to the young man who beat him. That young man is a great competitor and a great wrestler from Penn State, but I believe he's a returning All-American, but we just feel like George had the match in hand. He was winning 5-2 with about a minute left. He's just so aggressive always. He's always attacking, and this time he was too aggressive, and he took a bad shot. He wasn't wise with his shot selection. He ended up then recovering, though, getting in the skate, got taken down off that shot, came back, and then he got a re-attack to ice the match, we thought, with a beautiful takedown of his own. Got in on a second re-attack with about 20 seconds left and just lost a scramble. So it was good in that he just kept attacking back in on the guy's legs. You never want anybody to just try to survive and just try to hang on for a win. So that was awesome. But obviously the result was really disappointing. And so George is an ultimate he's everything we want in our program, and you know, here's an example. He comes right back and he beats a very tough, very seasoned veteran from Air Force, Martinez, who's been ranked every year he's been in college. And then he goes and beats Kreiser, who's a returning was an ACC champion when he was at Chapel Hill, transferred when Kerry Collat left Chapel Hill down to Campbell with Kerry, and is a phenomenal wrestler. I would argue one of the hardest wrestlers in the country to finish a single leg on, and George was able to upend him for third and fourth. So always responds. He always comes back. His attitude's fantastic. And he knows what he needs to do now to not let that happen again, what happened in the semis. And so we're just, obviously, nothing has changed in terms of our expectations of George. As a matter of fact, I think they're even more so. We're just seeing how deadly he can be, how many weapons he has, how he's so good in every position. Zach Nye also had shimmers of brilliance in the tournament. He wrestled out of his mind, I thought. Best I've seen him look in a long time for the 5th and 6th place match. Complete wrestler, solid position. Attacking, finishing his shots, riding well on top. He just really put it together. It's the best finish he's ever had, the Scuffle, with a 5th place finish. And so we're excited for Zach, too. He lost a heartbreaker in double overtime to the 4 seed in the quarters, and then he lost another one to his nemesis in conference, 2-time All-American from Duke. So great competition. What I will say is, and I mentioned this to a good friend and donor earlier in the day, is that our schedule has been the toughest it's ever been. And that's yielded a lot of fruit, and we're definitely battle-tested. But guess what? We have another mountain to climb. I said I would get back to that. Another mountain to climb in front of us, where we have VMI tomorrow, and I will get to that match in a second. But then after that, we have number 3 ranked NC State, number 5 ranked Virginia Tech, nationally ranked Duke, who's got good guys up and down the lineup, Pitt, who's nationally ranked, bam, you know, there's one after another. After Chapel Hill, who's ranked 10th in the country and just had a phenomenal Southern Scuffle. So it's just crazy. We just keep getting punched in the mouth the whole rest of the way through, and then we end with a very, very tough Chattanooga team coached by Heath Esslinger. So it's not easy, and that's the whole purpose behind it. Coach Lean said to me yesterday, he put his arm around me and just said, look, man, it's the best schedule we've had since I've been here. Don't fret. And so we are excited to enter into this storm, but we're also knowing that it is going to be a storm, and we just need everybody to stay with us, and including everybody in our house and everybody outside our house to just hang with us and support us as we enter into this with some with great expectations. So the match tomorrow with VMI, so everybody knows it's going to be at St. Christopher's School in Richmond, St. Christopher's High School in Richmond. Phenomenal school. Ross Chitomer, who's one of my all-time favorite humans I've ever met or coached, and I got to coach him for his whole career here at Virginia, and he's now the head coach there, and he's a fantastic coach. He's done amazing things for the Commonwealth of Virginia, wrestling as a whole. and anything we can do to support him. And he asked me if we would do this, and I said absolutely. It sounds like a great idea. They're wrestling their arch rival, Liberty Christian Academy, which is where our very own Andrew Atkinson is from. So that was another reason why we wanted to do it. And so they're going to wrestle them first at 6 o'clock, and then right after them, and that's going to be $5 admission to watch them. And then right after them, we're going at 7:30, and we're going to compete against VMI at 7:30. So just it's exciting to be in Richmond for third reasons that we have tons of alumni support there and friend support and family support in that area. So just ask everybody to be there to support just wrestling in the area. It's called the Rumble on the River. We used to do it. We backed off it for a few years, and now we're going back to this format. So I hope everybody will support us there. So we've got Scuffle, we've got Update, we've got the match tomorrow. Lastly, I'll say this, and this is just something to keep on your radar, sort of a save the date that I always try to do and help the Cavalier Wrestling Club, which is a phenomenal club in our area that runs right out of our wrestling room. And the Cavalier Wrestling Club is hosting their annual casino night this year in conjunction with the Virginia Tech match, so to speak. So it's going to be Saturday night. I believe 6 p.m.-ish is when they're going to start at Veritas Winery. Saturday night, January 30th, the night before the Virginia Tech match at about 6 o'clock p.m. at Veritas Winery. Which is a beautiful, beautiful place. If you've never been there, it's one of the most breathtakingly beautiful and classy establishments you'll ever see. And last year they hosted this event. I went. It was fantastic, beautiful, beautiful thing. And we're asking that people come back and support that. It's a great way for fellowship and fun. And my wife thinks she's in the movie Casino every year when she goes. I don't even participate in that piece of it. I got enough vices I got to worry about. But my wife's in there gambling for a good cause because all the money goes to support the Cavalier Wrestling Club. And so it's a lot of fun. Hope you guys can make it for that Saturday, January 30th. Other than that, we will see you guys next week. I'll try to release one earlier next week as opposed to later to get you guys up to speed on everything as we head into the grind.